Folks, today on the Stoney Ridge Farm Channel, you're gonna get to see me use this bad machine, and it's my first time, and I am not gonna do a good job. I hope you guys enjoy. Stoney Ridge Farm. First things first, let's show you what we got here. This is the Woods Stump grinder. It's a 6-year gearbox warranty on it. This has teeth right here on the stump grinder. It's a rotary wheel, and basically this rotary wheel, we can get a better look at it from this side. It has carbide teeth on it. Those carbide teeth will spin and help to disperse and destroy a stump down below grade up to this depth, I do believe. Now, this has a couple hydraulic cylinders on it, one right there and one right here. And we've got a couple hydraulic lines. I hope we can accomplish this task with the tractor at hand. The tractor we're gonna be using, let's just look at our hydraulic lines and see whether we'll be able to accomplish this with the tractor that we have. So we've got 4 hydraulic lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4 hydraulic lines, which means we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 hydraulic outputs. We only have 2 hydraulic outputs here, so we're not gonna be able to accomplish this task because this thing needs to go down and up and left and right. So we're gonna grab another tractor. I was gonna try it on the electric tractor, but we've gotta have 2 remotes, 2 sets of remotes. Let's see if the little TYM has 2 sets. No, so smaller tractors typically don't have 2 sets of remotes. So a little head scratching there, we're gonna go grab the medium-sized TYM tractor. It's a 55 horsepower cab machine. Major concrete project going on right now. You'll see that in a future video in about a week, so jump in, subscribe to the channel. It's loud over here. These guys are stripping back some concrete. We're gonna do a stamped concrete here. We'll show you how that works, and we're gonna do a broomed concrete finish right here. This is the tractor we're going to be using, the TYM T574. Right here. I got to get this guy off, and this one does have the dual remotes that we need for this job. Whew, that's a quiet cab. Contact. There we go. Raise our loader arm up and raise our rear right here. Perfect. It's a hydrostatic tractor, meaning push one button to go forward and one to go backwards. Couldn't get any easier than that. It's our lift. Got a hay spike on here right now. We don't need that. We might go ahead and drop that off and get it out of the way. Like I said, major concrete project here, guys. This is an expensive project. That's the front porch, and this is the apron for the shop. Lock our brake, jump out here, and we're gonna release our hay spike. Just set this guy down somewhere out of the way. Let's put him right over beside the other hay spike. You almost need 2 of everything on the farm. That's why we have 2 hay spikes here. There they are. Like I said, you about got to have 2 of everything on your farm. If you don't and you get in a pinch, what you gonna do? If you don't have 2 of something, you're not gonna be able to get the job done. Go ahead and drop off our seed spreader, our Tar River seed spreader. And we'll get busy working on this awesome stump grinder. Features of the TYM T574, this is a 55 horsepower machine. This is the top link. These are the bottom links, the 3-point right here. Here's some of the features. Let's turn it off before we mess with our PTO shaft. There we go, shut that guy down. So we have hydraulic controls outside right here, which is super cool. First thing I'm gonna do is we'll go ahead and pull this pin out. This is the tractor PTO link quick attach system. Basically, we'll show you how it quick attaches real quick. Need both hands to do this. There we go. That is super simple. Ain't getting any easier than that. All right, and this will stay with the PTO link right there. That stays with it. Now we got to get our top link loose and our other links from our 3-point. We'll go ahead and pull this handle, lower this guy down to the ground. Off of that, put our pin back. These are called litch pins. That will pinch your finger. Let me tell you what. This tractor has a pretty cool feature. We can take our top link and hang it up with this hook right here, get it out of the way. Good deal. Almost done. There we go. This is a seed spreader from our friends at Tar River. It's been awesome. Stainless steel in there. Cows patiently waiting on me. We're not gonna move them just yet. We've got about 2 hours before we move the cows. This would come to your dealer, and your dealer would typically set all this stuff up. This came factory direct to me, so the dealer is not going to set all this up. So we need to take a inventory of the length of our hoses, make sure we put the right hoses in the right place. Hopefully they're all the same length, and that way I'm not confused. They look like they're all the same length here. Yes, they are. Daddy likey. These hoses come with the hose protector sleeve on there, so you can't tear them up so easy. And both ends are exactly the same. So if you do get this factory direct, which you probably won't, you'll get this from your local Woods dealer. They'll take care of you. Comes with 2 zip ties and all the fittings we're going to need. So first fitting we're going to put in place is going to be the fitting that would attach to the tractor itself. Now we're going to loosely install this guy. This is a compression type fitting, so you do not need to put any Teflon tape, and this is a tapered thread. You shouldn't need to put Teflon tape on there, but we're going to do that also. Ounce of prevention is a pound of cure. This is fuel safe Teflon tape. And we don't need it, like I said. I don't know how many times I've put together stuff and didn't put Teflon tape on it and totally regretted it. So each hydraulic cylinder has a cap on it. This cap is loosely installed. We'll remove those caps. There's a cap on the intake and a cap on the output, and we'll just loosen those, and then we'll install these little guys so those connect up to our hydraulic hoses. Pretty simple. Pulling plugs and filling plugs. So our PTO shaft comes with this unit right here. It's a tapered pin installation. So in other words, it shows you right here a little diagram exactly how to install this. This is a slip clutch right here in case you jam it up against the stump, and pretty simple stuff. We'll just go ahead and take that diagram loose so that we don't get it all tangled up. We're almost done with assembly, guys. Assembly really takes about 15 minutes, something like that. Really cool. That's a little spot. If you're curious, you can pause it. But we're just gonna slide a bolt through that, and that bolt's already included right here. Nylon locking nut. Bolt comes out right there. Rock and roll. Little cap, pops right over. Now we got to build out our hydraulic lines. Pretty simple procedure right here. All we're doing is taking what we just put together, and attaching it to the hydraulic line. This end does not swivel, and this end does swivel. Okay, that goes to our hydraulic ram, or our hydraulic cylinder. There we go. Snug as a bug. Awesome. Now, when you do hydraulic hoses like this, we may experience a leak, guys. It's normal to get a little bit of leakage, so we'll have to double check these after we get done. Make sure we've got everything nice and snug. This connects to the tractor again, and this end connects to the hydraulic cylinder. We want to loosely attach these so that we don't get any trash in our hydraulic system. As soon as we pull the caps, we're attaching. Finger tight, snug them down. Now we got all our hydraulic lines all hooked up. We're gonna unbolt this from the pallet, hook it to the tractor, and let's start to grind it. This will be the first time I've ever used this, so there's gonna be a slight learning curve, I know. You guys might get a good chuckle. Let's get busy. Always shut your machine off when you're hooking up your PTO shaft. Always, always, always. Sweet. Folks, what you're seeing here is a man learning how to use his wood chipper for the first time. You can see me kind of bouncing through this a little bit. What I've got to do is find the sweet spot with these hydraulic cylinders and slowly maneuver this thing right over top of the stump. So next time I do this, I'll know where my center point needs to be and where I need to start when I'm grinding my stump. This is something that just takes a little bit of learning. You just don't jump on a machine and think you know everything right away. If you guys have any tips or pointers, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave all the comments you'd like to leave. Please leave constructive criticism, not destructive criticism. We've got a lot of work to get done here. Let's just keep on grinding. Our goal here is to get the stump grinder down about 5 to 6 inches below grade. So we're trying to dig this stump all the way down, then we'll take that beautiful mulch mixed with dirt and roll it right back over there, and we'll have some nice grass growing there, hopefully by the fall. Guys, be sure you watch another Stoney Ridge Farm video while you're here. We'd love to have you back here on the farm and show you some of the cool equipment that we use to get the job done. Ooh, daddy. Guys, what did I learn today? That's what this is all about. I learned the smell of the slip clutch on this machine. If this had a shear pin on it, I would have broke 15 shear pins just now. You guys probably saw as I was digging through there, there is a bit of a learning curve, and you're turned around in the tractor and you're working both handles on the hydraulic system. So the trick to this is back up to it just like I did, sit it down on a level, stable surface, as level as you possibly can. Take this one cylinder right here and slowly inch it down and go down about 1 inch to 1.5 inches each time, and then take this one and work that arm back and forth. And that is finesse. It's gonna take me some time to get used to this. This is the first time I've ever used a stump grinder, and I'll tell you, there is just a tiny learning curve, as you guys could see. The slip clutch did its job, and that is the main thing. Again, this is the Woods TSG 50. A man will never starve to death that owns a stump grinder. There is money to be made grinding stumps, guys, and this will run, I think, on like a 25 horsepower tractor, as long as you have those 2 hydraulic remotes. So there's a fine line between grinding and bouncing, and you saw me do that, and it just hanging up and just gracefully wagging the tail of the back of this tractor through that. So guys, thanks a lot for joining me today on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Again, this is brought to you in part by Woods Equipment. This is the TSG 50. I just picked it up. It's something that I've got to learn, and I thought I'd take you guys along as I learn. So now you learn the lesson from me. Back up there, sit it down, and gently go back and forth, back and forth. I'll post a link down the video description to this thing, guys. I like it. It's pretty cool. I've got a few more stumps to take care of right up here. We'll just take you over here and show you. And we'll also show you what the goal with all this was. So this is the stump. This was a big white oak stump. And the goal is to get rid of the stump and turn it into dirt and mulch just like this. And this is absolutely fantastic. So that's what we wanted. We wanted to get it about 6 inches to 7 inches below grade. Awesome. It worked out. I got about 8 more stumps right up there to take care of. This was the first one. If I had to do it again and learn again, I'd probably do it somewhere that wasn't right beside my house. Guys, tell me what you think. Post a comment down there. Thanks a lot for joining me on the Stoney Ridge Farm today. Woo!